Well, happy New Year, Christmas Eve, everyone. Welcome to Let's Talk News. If you've landed here, you've landed on a conservative talk show with the focus of bringing to you information that's not always in the news, even though there are news stories related to it. But today, along with news, I thought we'd also discuss Christmas, since Christmas is 2 days away. And for Italians like me, it's the eve that's the huge day. And so my family is getting ready for a bunch of people to come over tomorrow so we could have the Feast of the Seven Fishes. I don't know how many of you have ever heard of the Feast of the Seven Fishes, but it's a thing. Some say it's an American thing, but my grandmother from Naples has been doing it since I could remember. I used to help her bread the shrimps and the fish, and from the time I was 4 years old, I remember standing on those, step stools that had a lot of steps, and she'd get me to the counter and put a dish towel around me so that I didn't get dirty, and I would help her bread with egg and flour and breadcrumb, all kinds of fishes. So I don't know if it's truly an American thing. I don't think so. I think it did come from Italy, but who knows? Hello, Francine. Good to have you. Happy Christmas Eve. So what are you doing, Francine? Do you do anything? Do you do the Feast of the Seven Fishes? Do you do Christmas? Do you do something else? And obviously Hanukkah just passed. So to my Jewish friends, I hope you had a wonderful Hanukkah. But tell us what your Christmas traditions are, okay? Hello, Karen. Good to have you back. We are doing the Seven Fishes. Oh, that's fantastic. Just the sun. Is that Norwegian? I know that the Norwegians also do fish for Christmas Eve. And my stepdad is, and of course my step brothers and sister are Norwegian. So I know that fish is a big thing in Norway as well. So, but I'm just interested in your last name. I love it. I hope I did that correctly. Justason. Does that mean like justice? Is that related to judging or legal? Let us know. This is the first year I am not doing Christmas Eve in over 40 years. My younger son is doing Christmas Eve. My older son is doing Christmas Day. I'm still making a few things like rice balls, fruta de mare. Well, good for you, Francine. That's fantastic. Listen, you get a day off. God bless you. You've passed the torch. That's fantastic. You are one lucky woman, and I hope you have a blast. I'm lucky enough to have my grandson down so he can help do some breading and things like that, but I'll show you in just a little while. My house is upside down. Oh, okay. So you married Norwegian, and you're Italian. Okay. So, but they go together, right? I think that Norwegians and Italians, so many things similar, even though, the climates are different. But they have a lot of similar traditions from what I found with my stepdad. We had a lot of similar traditions. But anyway, so you want to see what my house looks like? Oh my gosh, it's a wreck, an absolute wreck. I will show you. It's the only video we have tonight because, well, it's the only video we have. Watch. All right. So this is what the Remauro abode looks like the eve of Christmas. We've got the lasagna waiting to be made. We've got Bob Remauro making rice balls. We have scarol ready to be pied. Here's the dough. We have meat sauce, which I'm going to cover now and let simmer. That's homemade tomatoes, canned tomatoes. I still got to cut chicken cutlets and bread a bunch of fish. Here's Sophie, the prima donna, wondering why I shut her television. I don't want to get dinged for Copyright. There's Bob's tree and his Christmas target over there. And here's our stockings hung by the patio with care. Okay, so Christmas house are many. We're expecting lots of people tomorrow. And after I chat with you all, we're going to get back to work. So I'll see you in a minute. So I'm sorry for the shaky video. Today has been one big rush. I thought that for sure I had things under control, and I find I have nothing under control, which is usually, it's not usual for me, but I've been having problems with my back and with my fatty liver. And so I was racing around. I hope I didn't make you all seasick or dizzy. But anyway, hello, Professor. How are you? How are you? Well, thanks, Francine. It really looks nice when it's clean, but it is a absolute mess. I scrubbed it from top to bottom day before yesterday. And my husband said, why are you even bothering? Because it's going to be a mess after you cook. And I said, well, if I clean it now, it won't be so messy. But you can see that's in process. Hopefully by tomorrow, it's dinner time. It's going to look a lot better. Hopefully, maybe not. I have to clean my couch because the dogs are all over it. Anybody else let their dogs sit on the furniture? We never did, but as we got old, they became our babies. Hello, and Merry Christmas and early enjoy. Yes, you too, Andrew Dorman. That looked homely. Thank you. Thank you. Homely and homely. Isn't homely ugly? But I think that the Aussies and the Brits say homely as like comforting, like at home. It's cute. We had a 2,500 3-level, 2,500 square foot house, 3 levels, in New York, with an acre of property in the backyard and a big pool and a pond and lots of other things. And, once my grandson graduated, he lived with us. Once he graduated, there was no reason for it. And we've had this condo for about 17 years. We have another one here that was a 1-bedroom, and 2 families used to, us and my brother-in-law and their kids, we'd come down and 8 of us would stay in that 1-bedroom condo. It's about 800 square feet. We loved it. It's about my mother. But then this one came available, so we bought it 17 years ago. And so it was great. When I left New York, I sold the house to a family that had 2 sons and parents who were going to move in my son's apartment in the basement. And they took the furniture, they took everything in the garage, they took everything. It was part of the sale. I didn't have to empty it, I didn't have to pack, I didn't have to do anything. We gave away a lot of things, took only what we needed or wanted, because we had everything down here. We'd been living part-time down here for 17 years. And that's it. The one thing we did do is we redid the kitchen, and my husband last year, to prove he wasn't old, redid the bathroom in our master bedroom, and he did a great job. And after the holidays, we're going to do the guest bathroom too. So that's my house, and I'm loving it because we don't have lawns to cut, pools to take care of. We have a beautiful Olympic-sized pool here. We have a barbecue area and bocce courts and all kinds of great things to do, but I don't have to care for any of it. Not only do my dogs sit on the couch, they sleep with us. Yeah. Ours too. The little one does, and I didn't show the little one because he's sleeping behind me. You'll hear him snoring once in a while. But he sleeps with us, and he actually gets his head up on the pillow and pushes my husband out sometimes. Good evening, Kevin Young. Good to have you. Aloha, working with attorney for the chairman of the state senate to change the state passed law, add a fine to it. Oh, that's great, Robert. Great. Hey, Robert, what's your Christmas traditions out there in Hawaii? I'm interested in knowing. What do they do out there? It's adding a fine to the first trespass issued. Oh, good. Trespassing meaning on property, in stores. Is that for like petty criminals? What is that for? I'm interested to know what that's for. Um, but you're doing great work. You always do, and I'm so glad you're still staying active in politics. We need more conservatives active. So today there was news on everything. Okay, it's for everything. So if you trespass, that's it. There's going to be a fine, which is good because there's too many people getting away with, I want your property and give it up, and that's just the way it is. Hello, Ramon Hernandez. How are you? Ramon, what are your plans for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day? Do you celebrate the eve or the day? Tell us in the comments. Um, we are mashing up a lot of nationalities because my niece-in-law is Puerto Rican, and so I made coqueto for the first time, and it came really good, and it's in the refrigerator. Where I didn't do I didn't stray far from the seven fishes. We're having octopus salad and then the fruta de mare. Now, a lot of people put their octopus in the fruta de mare, but I've learned through time that some people are freaked out by octopus, and so they pick it out, and then we'd have to throw it away. So rather than have people pick out octopus at 20 some odd dollars a pound, cooked, or $12 a pound raw that you have to cook, uh, I just make it in a separate salad. And if you want your octopus in your fruta de mare, you can put them together. But I have that octopus salad, fruta de mare, which for me is crab meat and scungil and shrimp and galamad with celery, black and green olives, and lots of lemon oil and garlic. That's our fruta de mare recipe. And then we will have for the kids, we always did it chicken cutlets, fried chicken cutlets. They love it. Fried shrimp. Um, we will have also fried galamad. We will have fried filet. We will have shrimp cocktail. Then we have something called dirty macaroni, which is black and green olives, garlic, and olive oil sauteed with anchovies and Parmesan cheese and lots of oil and parsley and lemon juice. And then you have these thick spaghettis called perchiatelli, and you put the sauce on the that mixture on the perchiatelli, and because of the black olives, it makes the macaroni look purple. So they call it dirty macaroni. That's in the that's that's in the break. You have a little bowl of dirty macaroni. Let's see. I'm going for some eggnog and relax. Good for you, Ramon. Good for you. I heard about Delaware. Sorry to the officer's family. God bless. I have to be honest. I did not hear what happened. It must we must have lost an officer. That's tragic. Hello, Juan. Good to have you. Thank you for joining us. Tell us about your Christmas traditions, or if you don't celebrate Christmas, if you celebrated Hanukkah or any other holiday. Let us know what you do. Uh, I I've shown the people here what we do, and we'd like to know where you're from and what you do. I'm working on Christmas as security. The community is bringing food for the homeless where I work. Oh, that's great. You are the best, Robert. You really are. How are you this Wednesday? I'm really well, Juan. I really am well. And I hope you are too. Uh, DMV shot twice. Really? Oh my God. Yes. Enjoy your eggnog. I'm I am sugarless this Christmas. Me and my fatty liver are not happy. Although I am happy. I'm doing well. I already lost 10 pounds and I'm on a keto diet to cure my fatty liver. And now it's also helping my kidneys, which were not doing so great either. So I'm feeling pretty good. And interestingly, not really craving the sweets. I might have one tomorrow, but not really craving it. Let's see. I celebrate Eid. It's a Muslim. Oh, Eid. Yes, of course I know that because my brother from another mother celebrates that. Um, but I don't do Christmas, of course. Uh, and I'm from England. Oh, wonderful. Well, thank you. And tell us about. I know a little bit, and I get a lot of things confused. But tell us about it, please, if I'm saying it right. Um, my, as I say, my brother from another mother has told me about it, but I don't know all of it. So tell us what it's about. I'm very interested. Thank you. I do feel better, Andrew. I do. It's just these stupid tests that after you're 60, you have to go take tests. And every time you take a test, there's a problem. So I said, well, if I don't want any more problems, I'll just stop taking tests. But it's the reason that we're living until 90 and 100 years old and, keeping our marbles and feeling good. And look, I remember when my grandmother was 40, she looked older than I do now. And I'm 22 years older than that. So, we're doing something right in society, but in America, not so great with the food, I don't think. And I think even though I always tried to eat a healthy diet, a Mediterranean diet, because that's what I was brought up with, um, sometimes it's not good for you. And I've always been a carbaholic. That's my biggest problem. It's kind of like Christmas, but we have it twice. Okay, got it. But it is it can I mean I'm fascinated. Is it about Christ? I mean, I know the. Am I wrong to understand that Mary is in the Quran, or um, I might be wrong with that. I can't remember always. Um, but yeah, tell us about that. Yes, tests are extremely annoying. They really are. And also, we do this thing called Ramadan. Yeah, Ramadan, I know. Before Eid is when you fast for a month. That I know. I know about Ramadan, and I know that it's for atonement. Um, and I know that you only eat at night after the sun goes down. Um, that's when you break fast. That much I know. I know that that's really a sacred holiday. Um, and my um, and my brother has had me to Ramadan when they break. So I guess it was it then. My New Year resolution was to overcome all major injuries and do a pull up by my fingertips. I did it last night. Oh, right. Centillion, you are on fire. You're cooking with fire. Oh, thank you, Juan. I appreciate it. Yes, after sun goes down. Yes. And I know that my brother always loses a lot of weight. He's Pakistani. And he always loses a lot of weight that month. And he uses it to like restart his journey, his health journey. So thanks for sharing. I just joined making fish and salad for 7 fishes. Yeah, I just showed a video, which I would show again, but you'll get nauseous. I ran through the house very, very quickly of my house, and Bobby's making rice balls right now. I've got sauce on the stove. I already made the fruta de mare. I already made the bobo, and I made the mix for the escargot pies. But we've got a lot to do, don't we, Lucille? Now, are you going to have Lucille? Are you hosting, or is it Catherine hosting, or what's the plan? I'm so nosy. I love knowing what family traditions are. I think that at the end of the day, um, it is all about, right? God and family. That's what this is. That's what our whole journey is about. Our whole journey here on earth is about giving ourselves to a higher power, whoever your higher power is, and giving of yourself to others. But also your family, the family unit, the legacy that you create, whether it is by blood children or children who you've adopted along the way, whether they're actually adopted on paper or they're adopted because of your heart, um, bringing people together for different kinds of celebrations, as Juan said, Eid or Ramadan. Um, getting to know what other people do. That's what we're all about. I love that in America, we do all that stuff, and it's, you know, I'm always going to say it's more American than anywhere else. And I know that the UK, there's a lot of Muslims that have moved into the UK, but I always say that it's America that has everything, right? Buddhist, Muslim, you name it, Jewish, Catholic, Christian, 10,000 different varieties of Christian. And what was it? Ronald Reagan said, if you move to France, you can live in France, but you'll never be a Frenchman. But if you move to America, you will be an American, and it doesn't matter from where you come. So anyway, okay. Lucille is hosting. Oh, okay. Let's see. Video of my accomplishments should be posted on Facebook tomorrow. It's a lot of pain. I think that's fantastic. You set out to do something, Santillian, and you did it. The Eve. Okay, Catherine, I get you. I get you. Right, I'm going to go now because it's 1:20 a.m. So have a nice rest of your day and Christmas. Thank you, Juan, for joining from in the UK, and I hope we see you again. Hello, we are having Caesar salad, shrimp cocktail, fried galamad. Notice how I put a D in fried calamari. I can't do the calamari stuff. Scallops wrapped in bacon, lobster fra diavolo, baked clams, fried shrimp, lobster tails and butter, and king crab legs with lemon butter, capers sauce. I'm hosting, and we baked cookies. Wow. Wow. That is a feast of more than 7 fishes, it looks like. I'm sure you are. Your feet must, I'm hurting just thinking about it. Know your community, where you live and work. You have more accomplishments in your life. It's the truth. It really is. Christmas Day is lounge day, eating leftovers, my favorite. We used to do that. We used to go to our friend's house because she's married to a Jewish man. So they didn't always do the elaborate Eve, but Christmas, we all kind of went over there. And it was lovely to be off on Christmas Day and all celebrate together. And she made the best lasagna, best sauce. I'm trying to replicate her today. So I started to say that the people that come here, I'm figuring you're hosting, Deb, with that menu like that. So the people that come to my house are people in the community that don't have family here. A lot of single older women, some young people who don't celebrate the Eve but celebrate Christmas, or whose families lives elsewhere. And it's always been my feeling that wherever you can, you bring people in and you share experiences. We have Ukraine, we have Irish, we have Puerto Rican, we have Native American and Scottish. We have just straight up Southern American. We have a couple of people who are English. So it's a lot of fun, and we're going to. I said that I want to start doing like an international dinner on Christmas, where we'll do something from everybody's country and have everybody bring a little dish. Usually on the Eve they all bring desserts. So I think next year we're going to try the international stuff, such as like popovers. What is it? No. The Yorkshire pudding from England, because we're going to do a roast this year. At any rate, that's a thought. I just like other people's traditions. It's always fun. I love you too. Day after Christmas meals are always the day of sharing in my communities. Leftovers are always more tasty. So, can I ask Robert? So now, the native Hawaiians, do they have like traditions for Christmas? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, even I know some are Christian, some aren't Christian. But those that are Christian, they must have their own traditions. Like I said, we have the seven fishes. We do it on the eve. Do they do poi and something else? I mean, I don't know. Just just wondering. I mean, I love the fact that Hawaii is kind of its own culture, and California is its own culture. All the states have their own kind of culture, and they do different things. Some League of Nations. Yeah, yeah, the League of Nations. It's true. But I think that that's fun. I really do. I think it's fun so long as nobody tries to top anybody. You know what I mean? And nobody at our dinner table is hyphenated. They all have their culture from their families, their traditions from their families, from the background. But everybody at our table is an American first. That's what they are. They're Americans. And, and a couple of veterans. And that is what I love about the people that I hang with, including all of you. That, we love our country and we can enjoy the diversity of it, um, and still be Americans. We don't need hyphens. Always enjoy your international celebration and enjoy your religious celebrations. Always. I'm not so religious. I was brought up Catholic. I mean, I was brought up devout Catholic. My grandmother brought me to church every morning before she brought me to school. So 6 o'clock in the morning, I was at the Italian Mass. Um, so I was a real Catholic, saying the Rosary, doing a. But then when it came time to do confirmation, I had a problem with it. I had a problem with it because I could not confirm to just one faith. Um, I don't know. It annoyed me. It annoyed me thinking that any one faith was better than another. And I had a lot of Jewish friends, and I had some Muslim friends, and I had Buddhist friends, um, and just Christian friends in New York. And I just couldn't imagine saying there's only one religion. There's only one religion that I abide by. So I didn't have confirmation. And instead, I explored a lot of other religions, and I thought they were all beautiful. I don't believe in any fundamental religions. No fundamentalism. Not in Muslim, not in Jewish, not in Catholic, not in Christian. I think when you get crazy like that, and literal like that, and you start saying that nobody else belongs because they're different, it's hard to be an American that way. Yeah, so fundamentalists, freedom of religion is important here, and the ability to not just tolerate other people, but to celebrate other people is very important in America, in my opinion. Yes, they do, but not many left here. They share the same tradition. Really? Yeah, I guess that's true. There's no, tribes are gone. Purebreds are gone. Doesn't matter what, right? Whether it's Irish, Italian, Scottish, African American, Nigerian, African American, no, African Black, American Blacks. Nobody's purebred anymore. So I guess that, like everything else, it's going to get watered down and changed. Did the Pope give a Christmas address? I don't think so yet, right? Doesn't he do that on Christmas Eve? Midnight or Christmas Eve, midnight mass. I don't know. I'm not sure that I really like Leo. I liked Francis, even though he was really, really left, but I thought he was modern enough to make sense to try and get people back to the church. And then he got political, and then that was the end of it for me. I have faith, not religion. Me too. I consider myself spiritual, not religious. Hawaii is a melting pot of many Pacific Islanders. You can't communicate unless you speak the Kayan Pidgin, which is a mix of dialects. Oh, did I do that right? Is it Kayan Pidgin? I yeah, I don't know if I pronounced that right. Keen Pigeon? Christmas Eve midnight. Yeah. Yeah. So Leo, I thought it was cool that we were getting an American. have real problems with them being too political. They shouldn't be political, the popes. They should be just godly. Open your arms to everybody, but get out of the politics. You cannot protect everybody, and God says He helps those who help themselves. So yeah, you should be helpful to the poor, but at the same time, you should get out of the way and let the poor get on their feet. You can't keep them down forever. Anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. All right, the kind. Okay, as we went over. I don't even know how we went over because I was in a race to get out of here. We didn't even talk about Trump. The GDP, the New York Times must have choked on themselves uh, that they had to announce that the economy was um, in great shape. So that's what they did today. I think it was 4.3. Anyway, it was big news economically. So we'll talk more about it. Not tomorrow because tomorrow's Christmas Eve and everybody's got other things to do. Maybe Friday. So watch out. You'll get notified, right? If you subscribed on YouTube, you'll get notified when we post the show, and if you're Facebook or whatever, you'll see it. So Merry Christmas to all, and to you, Kevin Wall, from the other side of the earth. May you have an enjoyable Christmas in 40 degrees Celsius. I hope it's a little cooler for you today. Takin means that you can't remember the name of a person's name or a store name. Then that's me, definitely. Good show and good night. Good night, everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy Eid, happy Hanukkah, happy whatever you celebrate. Let's just celebrate each other. If you have family, I hope you enjoy them. If you have friends, I hope you enjoy them. And even if you're spending your night relaxing at home, enjoy the time with yourself because we don't get to do that very much anymore because we're so electronically plugged in. So, love you all. I will see you over the weekend and really have a great, great time tomorrow, the next day, and whatever day you celebrate. Okay, love you. Thank you for watching. Bye.